Hello from the South China Sea. Particularly want to the was that? So what have we been up to? I know you're wondering. Oh yeah, I don't know. We've come over to the east side of Malaysia to a place called Kuantan, or some of the locals call it Kunton, but I prefer Kuantan. And we've come here to explore where not many other people go. Let's be honest, we were going to go to Thailand and do all the tourist islands, but it was quite expensive actually. Thailand's not as cheap as what it is made out to be, and especially in height of the season, the accommodation was just too much, and that would have shortened our trip, and that's not fair. That would mean going home, getting a job, going back to the normal 9 to 5. We don't want to do that. We want to keep ploughing on, and we want to try and make something work for us and for you, maybe. So, Kuantan. It's on the South China Sea. Just finished monsoon season, and that's quite lucky because we got here and the weather forecast didn't look very good, but I think we timed it just right. Spoke to a few of the locals and they said monsoon season is done, the nice weather is back, and it truly is. It's a very lovely side of the coast. Where we're staying is right on the coast, and that is in an apartment that we paid £315 for the week. In terms of travelling money, that's not cheap, but it's not expensive. The next place we're going to, up the road in, excuse me if it's not pronounced right, Kuala Terengganu. Maybe not quite like that, but that's where we're heading. We've managed to get an apartment there for £200 for a week. Difference between the two is that where we are now has a pool, which is very nice, and where we are going doesn't have a pool, but it's close to the beach. So, you know, you've got to take the rough with the smooth, haven't you? What I will say is, having spent time in Thailand, inland, we didn't go to a beach, and coming from the UK where we were inland and didn't get to see the sea at all, it is truly wonderful to be beside the seaside. There's a song there somewhere. And the South China Sea, it's so warm. It truly is like walking through a bath. It's coming in around my feet now, and it's just so relaxing. It's warm. It is choppy, I know that much, but it's just that sensation of it being around your feet, putting your feet into the sea. What is it about that? It's definitely mankind's natural way of relaxing, surely. So as much as the sea is lovely and it's warm on my feet, there is one big problem, and that is pollution. It's not just isolated to the east coast of Malaysia, it's a global problem. Of course it is. Unfortunately, this coastline is on the South China Sea. China is not slowing down with its production of plastic. They've increased giant clam fishing, and all the rivers from neighbouring countries are heavily polluted. That pollution then ends up in the South China Sea. They also have monsoon season on the east, and that pushes high winds into the coastlines. I'll go and show you in a minute the coastline that I'm on and how much waste is along the side of it. So yeah, it's not all blue water and coconuts in this part of the world, and people don't show you that. So let's go and have a look what mankind is doing to the planet. the majority of the waste is plastic bottles and things you'd probably find on a fishing boat. And obviously when they make it into the sea, they just float to wherever it takes them, I suppose. Behind me is an abandoned building. On Google Maps it actually is listed as an abandoned building, so I'm not entirely sure why it's abandoned. It looks like it was never finished. I would go and have a little look, but it's quite overgrown, and what I will say is I have to remember there are snakes, big lizards, crocodiles, spiders, all the lovely stuff that I don't particularly want to Exactly. All the things I don't particularly want to get bitten by. Jesus Christ, don't know what that was. Anyway, I'm going to keep walking. I'm going to show you some of the lovely bit of rubbish that is on this coastline, and yeah, let's do it. This is like, if this litter wasn't here, I think this would be perfect crocodile territory, wouldn't it? Definitely. What I will say is I'm definitely a fan of these quiet beaches. This one next to where we're staying is 12 miles long. It goes from a shipping port on the outskirts of Kwanton up to a small seaside village of Cherating, which has a very lovely beach, and I did try surfing unsuccessfully there when we first got here. Anyway, there's nobody here, absolutely nobody here. You've got this whole seafront to yourselves, which is a shame really, because it's lovely. It might be because it's too choppy, I don't know the ins and outs of why people don't come here. I didn't even know we were coming here till about 10 days ago, so there you go. Go to the lesser known places, go and see for yourself, yeah? That's what I'll say. Go and see these places for yourself. Pick somewhere and just go. This is a 3-hour drive from Kuala Lumpur. One straight road and you're here. Simple. We hired a car, drove. We're here. We're going up the coast. We're going. So there we go, another video of me having a little waffle, and I hope you found it interesting. I'll catch you in the next one.